Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, firstly, for allowing me to have a little bit of a social media break. I went to Paris with my friend Joy from home, and we just had the most deranged, amazing time ever. And it has been the first time in a long time, but especially since everything kicked off in summer, that I've completely taken myself off reading comment sections. And let me tell you something. It was very good for my mental health, especially considering everything that happened right before the social media break. But I am back. I am so happy to be back here. Thank you so much to everyone who was sending me really nice messages over the past couple days. I know a lot of people are wanting Milo updates. If I can give you, I don't have any update, I'm going to be honest. But the only update I have is that I should be getting his ashes next week. So I am very excited for Mr. Milo to be back home in the apartment, and we will all be reunited. It'll be Milo, Tyler, the two girls. I'm very excited for next week. I am still living in a little bit of I don't believe anything has happened. I think that's the way I'm processing, which is either for better or for worse. I kind of feel like he is just coming home in a couple days, which he is with his ashes. But for some reason, specifically when I came back from the trip and he wasn't in the apartment, my immediate thought wasn't what had happened. My immediate thought was, oh, he's coming back in a couple days. So I'm living in a little bit of delusion right now. But you know what? It's the only thing that's not making me break down every day. And I am currently in a much better mental state. Maybe it's the delusion of thinking that he's coming back. I don't care. I will deal with it whenever we have to deal with it. But that'll be next week. I don't have any other further updates. But what I do know is that there have been a lot of news articles about FIP. So if you have a cat, just educate yourself on FIP, because apparently there have been a lot of cases in the UK, and Milo is an indoor cat. So if you could take anything from this, if you do have a cat, please educate yourself or get your vet to test your cat for FIP. Even if they're an indoor cat, it can get them, same way Milo did. And let me tell you something, it is very detrimental, and it in most cases can lead to death, specifically in the UK, whenever they don't know that much about the medication and stuff. So if you can do anything, or if I can raise a little bit of awareness, if you have a cat, please get them tested for FIP, or please just have a conversation with your vet about it, even if they're an indoor cat, because... So, all right. What I want to talk about is something that has been absolutely blowing up my phone. So... whenever I was gone, I was getting so many notifications on TikTok, which is very weird because I don't really use TikTok. And it was people redirecting me to a video about James Charles. Now, I start getting texts from fellow drama channels, commentary channels. I was getting tweets from people that were saying that James Charles is under another allegation to do with like alleged grooming or being inappropriate with people using power dynamics. And if you are aware with James Charles, this is not the first time we have had this conversation. This is actually something we have had many, many, many times. I feel that there's at least a couple a year that we have to, you know, read about or hear about, and there never seems to be anything done about it. Now, again, the story we're going to talk about today is all alleged. I am saying that not because I don't believe this person. I am just saying it because I have to for protecting myself and protecting this platform so that we can continue making videos. So yeah, we are going to get into this. It is username Matthew Lawrence, who has came forward and is talking about the frustrations of seeing that people are forgiving James Charles because he has, you know, launched his new makeup line, Painted. And I mean, it is something to note with James Charles. Hold on, I'm going to pull the video up and we're going to watch it in a second. James Charles is kind of getting a little bit of a redemption arc right now. And the reason for that is because a lot of celebrities are endorsing his new makeup palette. A lot of people are buying it. And I'm seeing this overall consensus of James Charles might have done something bad in the past. However, his makeup's amazing. Now, where have we heard that before? We've heard that with Jeffree Star. Now, we kind of hear this with these problematic YouTubers where the general public will be like, yeah, they've done something bad, but the makeup's really good. Like, that was Jeffree Star's full thing. People being like, yeah, he's really, really, really problematic, but the eyeshadow's amazing. And, I mean, people said it with Kat Von D as well. Oh my god, she's the worst person in the entire world. But the eyeliner... So this is happening with James again. We haven't heard an allegation about James Charles in quite some time. But this is a new one, and it is a very similar story to what we are already aware of with James, which just if this is true, it goes to show that some things don't change, and if something isn't done about this, nothing will change. So let's get into the video. I hope you're all doing well, and I can't believe we're making another video along the lines of this. So this person has the caption, "Good luck on your new palette." Let's get into it.
Story time on how I was one of James Charles' victims. Now, this happened almost exactly 3 years ago now. I was 16, just had turned 16 a few months before, and
okay, let's stop it there to refresh your memory, because a lot of people, when it comes to these stories, tend to forget because we get so overloaded with information. This person is telling us that they had just turned 16. Now, the other stories we had covered ranged from the ages 14 to 18. More specifically, was like 16-year-olds. So this fits in with the narrative of what we have heard from other people, but it is important to note that in the past we have covered stories of people coming forward against James Charles who ranged from the ages of 14 years old to 18 years old. What do all of them have in common? They are all children. Now that I have glasses, I can do the little teacher stare. And when I take them down, I get a headache because my prescription is so intense.
And there's some people are going to be like, why are you making this video right now? I'll tell you right fucking now why. Because I have been seeing some stuff about him, like, unveiling a new palette or something, like, next week. And some people are like, I know he's controversial, but, like, his makeup is just so good. He's a fucking freak. Like, he needs to be locked away. Everything that has ever been said about him online regarding this topic, I 100% believe, because I have first-hand knowledge. So here we go. November 7th, 2020, 9:24. Age.
Sorry. You know what I'm going to pause on.
So here we go. November 7th, 2020, 9:24.
Age check! Age check! Bitch! If you... Oh my god, wait. Sorry, this is, like, such a ridiculous message. If you have to message someone and say, age check, this is such a crazy message. Age check? Now, first and foremost, how young do these people look that James Charles has to immediately go in with age check? And I feel like we've seen this before with the other people, and it's like, literally, like, that's your opening line, age check. So if this was 3 years ago, what age is James Charles now? James Charles is like 20, hold on, let me look this up. What age? This is so ridiculous that we are covering a story like this yet again. And by the way, this time frame is from whenever he was, like, doing his apologies last time, so he was still doing this, allegedly, of course. So he is now 38 years old. Oh, that's LeBron James. That's not the one I'm looking for. James Charles. He is 24, which means, not LeBron James. So 24, so 3 years ago, he would have been 21. Do you know the shivers of me timbers that I just got? I literally just shivered me timbers. I am 21 years old right now. I am 21 years old. And we've had this conversation so much in the past, and I'm so sorry that I'm pausing this already, but this topic is so just the worst, because being a gay man, there is such a stereotype already of being a predator, or being a pedophile, or being like a groomer, or being predatory in any sort of way. Like, even in my 21 years, I have dealt with so many people in real life and online that have perpetrated and it's mostly been, like, no offense, but, like, straight girls who are like, I can't keep my boyfriend around you, or blah, 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 or whatever. Because there's these stereotypes that are written into the world of gay men prey on children, or gay men prey on straight men. And that is the reason that I'm probably going to stop this a lot of times and say things, because it is so annoying to witness and I can't even imagine what it was like years and years ago, because we have progressed, but still with the progression, it's still fucking ingrained. And to have, if these are true, people in the community who have such a platform and are looked at as like the top people in the community because they have that platform, as perpetrating that even further by literally having to ask people what their age are because they look so fucking young, or like, boy.
Age check. Bow, 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 bow. You're thinking, could be harmless. He's just asking for my age. Yeah, it wasn't. So this is a really complicated but also uncomplicated situation, which is why I never talked about it, because I just didn't have the heart to. But basically...
And also, for the people who ever come to these people and be like, oh, you waited so long, or blah, 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 keep in mind that when you talk about a creator, in any capacity, you're dealing with all of their audience and the general public being on the side of the other person because they have the power. But also, for a lot of people coming forward with these stories, it's not things that they want to do. Like, it's not fun to talk about. So, and also, to finish my previous point, I am 21 right now, and I'm sorry, but you know what a 14-year-old looks like. You know what a 15-year-old looks like. You know what a 16-year-old, 17, 18, 19, like, it's not fucking rocket science. And it's like, this is something I've said before to finish my train of thought. With so much love, if there is someone watching this video that is under the age of 18, but I don't want to be your friend. Like, with so much love, I mean it, nothing against you, I don't want to be your friend. I'm 21 years old, and I have nothing in common with you. And that's not like I have nothing in common with you, I'm such an adult, but it literally has to do with the fact that I'm an adult. Like, I'm a 21-year-old who, like, pays taxes and all this bullshit. What do I have in common with a fucking, like, 16-year-old or, like, a 14-year-old or whatever? Like, even whenever I've ever hung out with, like, my cousins or, like, family members that are, like, significantly younger than me, you talk about things that like, the conversations don't line up. So it's like, there's no excuses for shit like this. There's no excuses for shit like this.
And I responded and I said, I'm a very mature 16. Now I understand right off the bat, I shouldn't be talking like that.
Okay, but this person is also 16. This person is going on to say, I shouldn't have been egging him on. This person is saying that they are a mature 16-year-old. So what would the 21, 22-year-old do in that situation? If this is true, what would they do in that situation? Oh, I don't give a shit if you're a mature 16-year-old. Fuck off. Like, there is never any responsibility on the child. On the child. And again, I do have to say, do I believe this person? Absolutely. However, I do have to say, this is all alleged. We do not know if this is true or whatever. I'm just saying that I personally believe it. Please come to your own conclusion. And the reason I believe it is because we've seen this time and time again. But come to your own conclusion. I have to say that for legal reasons.
On like this, or like trying to like entice them, that wasn't my intent, I'm sure, but that's definitely how it came off, and I understand that now. But that being said, no matter what, I was a child and he was like 22, like, and it was also James Charles. So you're 16 and you're seeing this and it's like insane. I didn't know what to do. My brain was so like, it was empty. I had no thoughts going through.
Because you're a 16-year-old?
I already said that, but it's so true. Whatever, I really, like, at the end of the day, there's nothing I could have said. He should have just stopped the conversation. He was the issue.
Yup.
So we had, like, maybe 5 texts back and forth on Instagram. It was, age check.
Why? Why was there more conversations after saying that you're 16? Why?
I'm a very mature 16. Oh, damn, don't want to catch a case. And then after that, it was just, like, kind of stupid. Like, that should have been end of conversation. But then he proceeded to add me on Snapchat. So this is 10:23. So...
Again, if this is true, we are being told from this person that after they said that they are a 16-year-old, James Charles added them on Snapchat. That is the timeline that they are giving us. If that is true... God, I love that I have glasses that I can do this now. we don't even need to go on. Like,
An hour after this, or after I had responded to him and had the conversation, no. Again, you could just be like, oh, he could have added you on Snap before he got your age and thought maybe you were 18, like whatever. No, this was, I'm telling you right now, this was after that. So you can believe that or not. But he then proceeded to snap me, and we snapped for a while, didn't really talk much.
Why?
Whatever. Then I get this snap one day. Now, this is November 24th, 2020. James Charles. I don't know if this was the actual snap.
But also, I don't know why James Charles doesn't realize that because of his statue online, people document the messages that you send back and forth, even if it's just a screenshot of has sent a message. It's the reason that I have so much of my Colleen stuff documented, because you are a fan, they are the celebrity. So I don't understand why James flirts with these people, knowing that they are going to document everything. Like, is it a kind of like, is it something he enjoys? You know, the thought of it being that exciting to them, or that it's maybe dangerous in a way, or like, and also the continual use of Snapchat to talk to fans is pretty telling within itself. I mean, I don't really talk on Snapchat, but I mean, Snapchat's pretty known as the platform to talk on when you're trying to be shh, hush, hush, right? That's why I prefer DMing people on Instagram. I'm aware that you can unsend on Instagram, but I'd rather talk in a well-documented place than on Snapchat.
I don't have any screenshots of my snaps, but I opened this snap, and I swear to God, it was a full ass pic of like him in a mirror, something, whatever. And I was just like, oh, what the fuck? To which he responded, what did I send? I said, you just sent a child your ass pic, actually. And then, I kid you not, he said, oops, sorry.
Okay, so we are being told by this person that after James had added them, after they said that they were 16, James proceeds to send an ass picture. Now, again, we have seen some of the ass pictures that he had sent to other people, so I tend to believe this because we've literally seen the pictures from other people.
That was for my kitty girls group chat, or maybe someone else. I don't know. Sorry. Blocked me immediately. Right then and there. And that's
like, even that within itself. So the child doesn't respond in a sexual way, so they get blocked.
all I have to say on the topic. That's all I need to say. I don't really care if anyone believes me. I was in the situation. I know what happened to me. I know that people might want to try to blame me for saying what I said to him, but like, I was a child. He had the upper hand. He needed to have not done what he did, and he did it anyway. And he needs to reap the consequences. And yeah, maybe people should stop supporting him or something. Story time on how I was one of James Charles' victims.
Okay, so why are we dealing with this again? And there is no repercussions. Surely at this stage, okay, so we're aware that all of the social media platforms don't want to do anything about it. If you were Snapchat, wouldn't Snapchat have stepped in by now and deactivated his profile? Okay, so say you want to make the argument of, don't demonetize his YouTube, don't demonetize his whatever. At a bare fucking minimum, at this stage, are we not at the stage where we have to deactivate his Snapchat? Doesn't that seem like a logical thing to do? All of these stories came down to one thing: Snapchat. So doesn't it make sense to, at a bare minimum, deplatform him on Snapchat, if this is true? But then again, we've seen so many other people come forward. I just don't get it. I can't believe we're talking about this again. And again, this person is coming forward because they are frustrated at the fact that people are so willingly forgiving James Charles because of his new makeup launch and whatever. Listen, I am supporting anyone that is going to come forward in terms of James Charles because we are aware. We are aware of what James Charles does. But furthermore, this story is the same story we have heard time and time again. Time and time again. James Charles adds them, sends picture. They don't respond in the way he wants, allegedly, and then they get blocked. So say this person, child, had responded in the way James wants. How far does that conversation go? How far does that go? You know what I mean? I don't want to theorize that, but I'm just saying it for like a shocking statement. You know what I mean? Let's not theorize, but I'm just saying as like a point blank full stop sentence. If this child had responded in the way James wants, how far does it go? Full stop. Please, we're not theorizing, but I'm just saying that as a shocking statement. How far does this go? Full stop. How many times of James Charles sitting down and being like, I will do better, can we take? How many times are we going to hear someone with this big social media platform do this? Now, we literally have TikToks of James being like, I use my TikTok For You page as a dating app. Like, he literally made a video where he said that. He was saying it as like a joke or whatever, but it's like, at a certain stage, I just don't understand how this can keep happening and how he's able to continuously perpetrate the exact perception of gay men being creepy fucking pedos. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I can't tell you how annoying it is. And how nothing, like, ever happens. Oh, but don't worry, he'll take a 3-week break and then he'll continue posting videos again. In the video, he'll hint that he's sad and people will forgive him. I really want people to know that if you're watching this and you are not a gay man, I just really, really, really want you to know that not all of us, or even the majority of us, are like this. Not at all. Literally, not at all. So, while you may hear these stories over and over and over again, please know that it does not reflect the rest of us. Because it is such a dangerous stereotype who we're seeing someone with such a huge platform perpetrate it. And I don't know how many more of these we can hear before something is done. We literally had James Charles sit down on a YouTube video, in a now deleted video, by the way, where he admits that he did this to at least 2 boys. He admitted that he did it to at least 2 boys. And he said he was desperate. Holy shit, like, there are so many people on this platform, myself included, that are so scared daily making videos that we're going to take it too far, that it'll be against, you know, terms of service or whatever, right? I've literally talked to people who do vlogs that are so scared that if they swear too much, they will get their video taken down. I've talked to commentary people that are scared their opinions are going to be too strong. Yet we have people who come onto YouTube, some of the biggest, who are admitting to literally texting minors like this. I need to clarify yet again, he sat down in a video and admitted that at least 2 of these happened. Oh, but he was desperate. Oh, phew. Your Honor, he was desperate. I'm going to leave it there. It is so beyond frustrating to witness this happen time and time and time again. And these videos blow up, they blow up, they blow up, they go viral, they go viral, they go viral, and yet nothing happens. And yet nothing happens. How many more of these do we need to see before, like, Snapchat, at a bare minimum, have to deplatform him? Don't let him do it on his account. Fuck me if we're aware this happens. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client was desperate. Wow, I really can't see whenever I take my glasses down. Woo! Whenever you wear them, because they're so intense, when you wear them for so long, fuck, it is so blurry. Let me put those back on. We'll leave it there. This person has my support. Again, I have to say that this is all alleged, but I personally believe it, and I hope that you can come to your own conclusion on this. We'll leave it there.